Welcome to my channel once again. Today the topic which we are starting is an emotional intelligence, one of the most important topic, most sought after topic by all the managers in today's scenario. It is a word which is emerging nowadays and have a positive approach in the organizational behavior. The term emotional intelligence was used by Peter Salovey of Yale University and John Mayer of New Hampshire University for the first time to involve a set of personal and social abilities of an individual. They realized that there is a definitely much more success in life if a person possesses a high emotional quotient, and this realization ultimately brought into light the concept of emotional quotient. So students, you can understand this IQ word is derived from the word emotional intelligence, emotional quotient. The EI plus IQ do wonders and the termed as EQ, that is emotional quotient. So emotional intelligence is an assortment of non-cognitive skills, capabilities and competences that influences a person's ability to succeed in coping with the environmental demands and the pressure. It is relatively a new area of psychological research, and the definition of this emotional intelligence concept is changing day by day. As you can see on the slide, this emotional intelligence term is basically composed of 5 dimensions, and all these dimensions are given by Goleman. So emotional intelligence concept was actually given and explained by psychologist Goleman, and he described these 5 core characteristics of emotional intelligence. He found that more than 90% of the differences between the high performance employees of an organization and the average performers in senior leadership basically resulted from emotional intelligence rather than cognitive ability or a safety. So let's start with these 5 dimensions of emotional intelligence. The first dimension is self-awareness, the ability to be aware of what you are feeling. That is, knowing one's internal states, आप खुद क्या हैं, your preferences, your resources and your intuition of performing a particular task. It is an ability basically to recognize and interpret your feelings as they are happening and to perform the accurate assessment. This particular dimension also includes the ability to be at peace with oneself and to have confidence in oneself. Second dimension is a dimension which talks about self-management. So self-management, it is an ability to manage your own emotions, your own impulsive. It is an ability to keep disruptive and out of context impulses and emotions in check by exhibiting self-control. This particular dimension also includes the ability to keep standards of the various things like your honesty and the respect which you give to others. It also involves the ability for one to take the responsibility for your own action, the ability to adapt to the changes which are coming in an organization, and most important, the ability to come with novel ideas and approaches to the situation. The third dimension is a dimension related to self-motivation. It is an ability to guide and facilitate goals, not only short-term goals but also the long-term goal. So it is an ability of a manager or of any individual who is working in an organization to persist in the face of setbacks or a failure. A clear example you have in front of you is the scenario during the COVID. So during COVID scenario, the people, those who were able to survive in the organization were the ones who had the ability of motivating themselves. So it basically a drive of yours for achievement, the ability of yours to commit and take initiatives, as well as have a sense of optimism about the goal. The fourth dimension here on which the emotional intelligence concept is based is your empathy. That is your ability to sense how others are feeling. We talk about, if you want to observe others' feelings, always try to put your foot in others' shoes. You'll be able to understand whatever you have said or whatever you are doing in today's scenario, how others are feeling about it. So it is a dimension where we talk about, or we generally say, it is an ability to understand and read the emotional makeup of the others. It is an ability to understand others' needs, perspectives, feelings, concerns, and sensing their development needs. So whenever you are managing an employee, you should understand if you would have been in their situation, how you would have been feeling about them, or what you will do in their situation. Last but not the least dimension of emotional intelligence is your social skills. That is your ability to handle the emotions of others. So here Goleman clearly suggested that social skill is a culmination of various other dimensions, and it is an ability to give a desirable response in others by effectively using a diplomatically approach to influence them. I always say, in an organization, whenever you are handling people, you need to understand, or you need to take care of all the rules, regulation, policies, systems of the organization. But simultaneously, you cannot ignore the skills and capabilities of the individuals you have, or those who are the part of your team. So here you need to always adopt or use a diplomatic approach to use them, so that you should not harm the organization, as well as you take care of your employees also. So individuals or the managers who have good social skills or who have a strong social skills, they always builds the bonds among their employees very well, and moreover they are able to move seamlessly without any fault, without harming anybody else, across the communities, different hierarchies of the organization, and the various organizational boundaries. So this makes social skill a core leadership competency. So you can see on my screen there is a picture of an iceberg. Emotional intelligence is also like this. Whatever your employees shows in an organization, that is hardly a 5% or 10% part of it. So whatever you are looking into an employee when they are coming to an organization with all the skill set, interest, qualification, experience, that is only a 10% part of it, which is called IQ. And rest all the other part, that is 90% or 95% of their part, or their personality or their behavioral pattern, that is resting beside somewhere hidden, that is emotional quotient. That is why in the beginning I said that this IQ word or this EI word actually comes from a IQ word. So I intelligence, Q quotient, इसमें हमने emotional add किया तो it becomes emotional quotient. So this is basically a word which is a combination of EQ, IQ, EI, and becomes emotional quotient. Now, how leaders can improve their emotional intelligence if they are given, leaders can improve their emotional intelligence very well if they have the proper information in their hand, that is assessment of their strengths and limitations from the people they can trust. If they have the proper guidance to them, that is a specific development plan using naturally occurring workplace encounters as a laboratory for learning. And last, we have the support, that is someone to talk as they practice how to handle different situations. Next, we have what are the various benefits of emotional intelligence, or how managers can prove themselves to be a good manager or having the strong emotional intelligence among them. First, the major benefit or having a strong EI level or EQ level among the managers, it helps them to improve their relationship with the other employees of the organization, their friends, or with their colleagues. Second benefit is it helps them to improve the communication. So when person act with emotional intelligence, they are able to improve their communication with others because they develop a whole set of skills and strategies that allow for more meaningful communication. The third major benefit which generally strong EI managers gets, that is better empathy skills, which is basically going well along with the others. So without the ability to feel how your employees or your colleagues might be feeling, the managers are unlikely to have a close relationship, or they are not able to influence others effectively. Another major benefits of it is acting with an integrity. So integrity is basically another core area of emotional intelligence ability, which means integrating, behaving in a way that is consistent or at par with the core beliefs of the organization, being true to himself and honest to the others. And the next benefit which generally managers gets, that is respect from the others. So when a person or a manager acts with emotional intelligence and integrity, other people in the organization, they start respecting them, not only respecting them but trusting them as well. Then another benefit is improved career prospect. So every manager, whosoever your senior is or whosoever is your junior, want to employ someone who is emotionally intelligent. So they will not unnecessarily call it, they will say they are looking for someone with a good communication skills, creativity, flexibility, etc. Then we have, if you are an emotionally intelligent person, you are able to manage the change more confidently in the organization. You will not feel confident enough in themselves to bend and adapt with the wind of change. Means you often turn their face against the change, deny the need for it, and ultimately lose out as a progress happens around them. So if you are an emotionally intelligent person, definitely you are able to face the changes in a very confident manner. Next we have, while selecting the candidates, again, if you are emotionally intelligent person, definitely you will be able to hire a person with a strong emotional intelligence capability in a better manner. Your performance will improve, and ultimately people will start appreciating your leadership style because you have all the qualities of integrity, empathy, communication, improved relationship. So emotional intelligence is the most important concept. Not only the concept, it is the most important quality each and every leader or a person in an organization should have. And that is why we say कि 90% top performers or average performers generally at a leadership level look for the cognitive skills, look for emotionally intelligent people, look for the skilled people, rather than only having a leader with the qualification and experience. I hope with this the concept of emotional intelligence is clear to you. And that's all for today. And next we'll be meeting with the next other concept. Thank you so much for patience hearing. Do share, like and subscribe my channel. Ritu Gandhi Arora. And if you have any comment, any questions, you can post me, you can write it on my channel. I look forward to your suggestions also. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.